What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is my detailed review of the WLToys Q272 tracker. And this is the little guy here. As you can see, it is a nanohex. It has that design language fathered by Walkera and adopted, I guess, by MJX with their X series of hexacopters. But this thing looks a little more sinister than the X900. This thing looks awesome. I think this design is a little better. I like it better. For comparison, this is the X900. This thing, most people think that this has the best designs. It definitely has one of the best designs of the hexes. However, I think this thing looks a little more hard. This thing is sinister, man. Look how it looks. It has the large eyes. I think the large eyes just really set it off. And I really love the color scheme. I think it only comes in white. This color here doesn't come in black or any other colors, but I really like this color though. Red and white, that's with a black stripe with red. This thing is hard, man. I really like the way this thing looks. Let's bring that back, the X900 back, so we can do a little size comparison again. I know I did it in the unboxing video, but check it out. It's a little larger, just a tad bit larger than the X900. So, this is another hex with the same, well, similar design. This one is really hard too, has the large eyes too, but this one goes a little farther. This one goes a little further with the eyes being lights, actually. These eyes are LEDs, and this thing is awesome flying it at night. It only has the LED eyes and a little light in the back here, a red light. It is blue in the front and red in the back, so that's good. But it's not on the outside of the motor pods. So one could argue that the lighting on the other guys are better, but I've had no problem flying this thing at night. So I would give this a go as a night flyer. This thing flips really well. This hex is just a really nice hex all around. It has headless mode, even though I'm not really a fan of headless mode unless the yaw is really fast or something, just to play around with. But it does have headless mode, and the yaw isn't really fast, but the yaw is fast enough to do nice funnels with it. So this thing is just a really nice hex. I really like it. I'm impressed with WLToys. Their V272 was plagued with many problems, quality control issues as well. And this thing, I was a little worried because I saw videos of this from others, and it was dropping signal and not really flying well. But in my experience, this thing had nice range, even with the stock transmitter. Nice enough for me anyhow, the way I fly. And this thing is also deviation compatible. So you can fly with deviation, and deviation makes it fly exceptionally well. This thing flies really well with deviation, better than it does with the stock transmitter. But also, this is on the WLToys protocol, so it can be flown with the X6058's transmitter, and it flies just as nice with that. It increases the pitch. It gives it 3 rates, because with the stock transmitter, this normally only have 2 rates. So you get 3 rates with the X6058's transmitter, and you get a deeper pitch and faster yaw. The yaw's faster, so really recommend flying this with an X6058 or some WLToys transmitter, because it flies better than the stock transmitter. But yeah, this thing is a okay night flyer. I like it. I would give it the go as a night flyer. It doesn't have the issues of the X900. It actually flies well, with not a lot of losing altitude when you're flying forward. It doesn't appear to lack power in any way, or the motors are just powerful on this, powerful enough to propel this thing through the air when you're pitching full forward and all. So really nice hex. I really like the way it flies. Let's check out the transmitter. The transmitter leaves a little to be desired. It's one of those tiny transmitters, and the transmitter has shoulder buttons on it. So That's nice that it has shoulder buttons though. I prefer this over the CX10's transmitter because you don't have to press in the sticks to do flips and all. But this one side here does press in, and that puts it in headless mode. But also, you can put this in headless mode by going to both of the lower outside corners to put it in headless mode. So you can get this thing in headless mode with the Devo or with the X6058's transmitter. So I think that's a nice touch that you can put it in headless mode two different ways. So everything works with it. Oh, it flips really nice. So when you do flips, it gives itself a little throttle really fast and flips over, and it hardly even loses any altitude. So I would say it recovers well from the flips. There's an on and off switch in the back with a micro connector there for charging, and it takes about 20 minutes to charge, so a little long on the charge times compared to the CX10. The CX10 I think takes about 15 minutes. It just seems a lot faster. But not bad though. This thing flies really nice. It banks really well. With the stock transmitter, the pitch isn't really deep, but it's just deep enough to do nice funnels and fly it around indoors. So this would be an indoor flyer. Can fly it indoors. The yaw rate is not bad. It's a okay yaw rate on it. And like I said, the pitch is okay on it. So really nice flyer. This is actually my favorite of all the little nano hexes now. Deviation could have something to do with it, but the X900 has deviation as well, but this just flies a little nicer than that one. So I really like this one. This one comes in a close second. I really like the way this little guy flies, but this is the top nano hex in my opinion now. It looks the hardest, flies the hardest. This thing is just awesome. I'm impressed with WLToys. WLToys is back, at least on the nano scene with this hex. But yeah, it comes with an instruction manual that's not that good. It does have English and it is legible, but it just doesn't explain it well. I couldn't figure out how to do headless mode if I didn't just have some knowledge of how they usually put headless mode in these things, but it's very confusing. It doesn't tell you anything about how to get it in headless mode. It just tells you something about once you put it into headless mode, what it does. But it does come with a full set of spare props. No screwdriver this time. So no screwdriver, Ryan. It does have a full set of spare props. And it has a USB charging cable, and the polarity is not inverted because I have been charging this with the CX10's charger. So that's cool. And yeah, let's go check this thing out in flight. Oh, before we go, it's about 4.5 to 5 minutes of flight time, so not bad on the flight times either. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the indoor flight demo of the WLToys tracker. That's the Q272 nano hex, and we got the stock transmitter here. So let's check it out. Fly it around here in the basement, my kids' play area a little bit. So you can see this thing is really stable. That's hands off there, what it does. So this is the yaw. We're on low rates. And this is the pitch on low rates. So you can actually fly it around a little on low rates. And this is the highest rate. So only 2 rates with this transmitter. So there's a funnel for you there. Actually a banking turn funnel. So there's the yaw rate. Yaw rate's not bad, but it could be faster. That's the funnel that you're going to get with it. Let's check out the flips. Well, first, this is the pitch here. So that's the pitch. You can see it flips pretty fast. There you go. That's the flips. Slides a little forward on this side flip there. I don't know what that's about. But so let's put this thing in headless mode real quick. Okay, we're in headless mode. So headless is working. Yep, so headless is working. And you can put this thing in headless mode by going to the lower outside corners. So watch. So now it's in headless mode again. So that's pretty awesome that you can put it in headless mode both ways. And so that's all there really is to show with this one. It does fly with the Devo and the other the X6058 transmitter. Actually, let's check that out. Okay, so I'm binding it to the Devo. Okay, so it's bound to the Devo. Now this is the yaw now. So pretty fast yaw. Really deep pitch. Check out the pitch on it. So the pitch is really deep now. You can do some really nice funnels with it. Still can do flips with it. So the flips still work. And let me land it and show you guys this. You can still put it in headless mode. So now it's in headless mode. And that's because you can go to the lower outside corners to put it in headless mode. So you can do it with other transmitters if you get it down. Okay, so let's check the X6058 transmitter. Okay, so we got the X6058 transmitter in effect. Got it down to the transmitter. Let's go right to high rates. So it has 3 rates with the X6058 transmitter. This is the yaw rate. So really fast yaw. And this is the pitch. Really deep pitch. Really deep pitch on it. So you can do nice funnels with it.